It's CS2, and I'm watching it, so you guys get to watch it too. Ooh. I have max color drives. I don't care. It depends. But it's okay at emptying your bag, that's what it's used for. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Yes, I said. Yeah, use a star saw. Gotta be asking smart questions here. Ooh. Yes. No. What do you mean, Crash? Like it's not starting for you? Yee. We bought network! We bought it! Hopefully I won't regret that. I did already, bro. $10 per upgrade. Wow, not bad. Max Nullify is OP. I already aimed it, bro. Look, see? Turn your sound on, maybe. Yeah, we don't have homepage yet. Yeah, this game is very draining. Just take your time. Yes. Have a fuzzy old bro. Bro, just make one. I don't know. Maybe. I should get your high level up first. It wouldn't be. Yeah, you have to just get the pollen done fast. Not a hard concept. Before the mobs spawn in. Did I pink freeze again, dude? I pink froze again. Lovely. I love Roblox, dude. I gotta restart my game. I had such good upgrades, too. Are you kidding me? There should be anti-pink freeze for RBC. Like, if you're in this menu, you should not be penalized. I gotta restart my fucking run. That's great. I love Roblox. That's crazy. Alright. I don't know, dude. I forgot. $8 trillion is so good. Oh my god. Swarm. 15. Whew. Okay, very fast round 1 to 10. Very fast. Whew. Whew. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I need virtual pet. Sounds like a skill issue. Stack overflow sucks, but it's worth the cogs, hopefully. That's nice, bro. I'm in a private server. No, you can't join. Sorry. Doing RBC, bro. That's why I'm streaming. You can watch the stream though, and the other stream that's in my stream. If you like CS2. Wait, here you go. I think you'll enjoy this.
Nade open the smoke. We've been seeing a lot of teams do that to contest map control, particularly here on Ancient.
Yep, into cave.
CT's, well, no, CT's, yeah, into cave, but CT's taking mid is the meta approach from Go. We've seen a lot of teams, AG nade open the smoke, trying to catch the CT's jumping up onto lane like Complexity have been doing.
Right.
Boom, I don't think I've seen them do that yet.
No, certainly not. But they're still going through this first half pretty nicely, 7-4. If they can make that 8, I think we'll all be happy with that as far as BetBoom is concerned. Complexity though, if they were to get 5, I think you can start to put something together off the back of that, right? You can start to say, all right, well, we had an okay CT side. Yeah, map's probably trending T-sided, especially in CS2.
Some people disagree.
Yeah, get sleep soon.
These days.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm tired as hell too, man.
Deal with Ulza jumping up onto Shelf.
Probably sleeping after this round 25.
And Zorte punishing him. Floppy just dry straight through the smoke. Here's the T-steps crossing.
Man, Kyron's gone charging into the A bomb site once again, but can't get anything done. On the other side of the map, though, Dennis looking for those entries and can't get it.
Do I want malware? Do I want malware?
And might be gifting Complexity their
Maybe.
5th round. Oh, another one for Floppy.
Maybe.
And I tell you what, he has put Complexity in a very good spot.
A lot of space here for Zorte. He's got a lot of time too, so he's going to wrap back towards B ramp. He's seen the shoulder of a Liege. Knows he might have the timing.
Got a creep. Oh, here we go. Liege, can you read the situation? Zorte, how about you? Round the corner, and it's all gone the way of a Liege. I think he knew. He's given his teammates a little bit of a, yep, I knew, but that's the end of the
Bronze Cog, bro? I'm not answering that.
The scoreline, Complexity trailing this time around.
Please ask smart questions, dude. That's round 5, so what do you think? Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay, perfect. The network buff should come in handy. We just need overclock, which will kill our capacity, and cloud. And we're good. Wait a minute, I have double map corruption in Coconut. Let me see this quickly. I should have 38% in Coconut. Oh no, it expired. Unfortunate. Alright, Mondo is alive again. Good night. My bees can make tokens, that would be nice. Yeah.
Well, it's time to jump back into the second half, and it is BetBoom leading currently 7-5 over Complexity. It's got Kyron hyped up. Has it got you guys in the crowd hyped up, I wonder, because that might be us leaning toward a map number 3. If BetBoom can get it done here on Ancient, then we'll be headed toward Vertigo. Everyone's favorite map, I know.
To BetBoom to show that they can have a better CT side than over on Anubis. Maybe a map for it. Need more than clutch play to get it done though. Here's a bit of util pressure from Complexity. Wrapping up through shell side. Those footsteps would have been heard from Cave. Now into a crossfire and Donut.
Oh, Siren, you're under pressure right now. Crossfire is coming through though. Kyron there to assist, and he gets himself a double. Siren didn't get anything done though. That's the USP diff, I think, at that point. Nafany showing it can still do some work, and Zorte here with the dualies wants to chime in for BetBoom.
You gotta start playing or something. You should not have Porcelain Dipper after a year of playing, bro.
And more high fives all around for BetBoom.
If I'm being honest with you.
Continuing front run. Polzerx questioning his P250 at this point. Wondering where the bloody bullets are going. Narnia.
I do that sometimes.
No bomb plant for Complexity. Means that they'll have to take it easy this round. Take a full save. Just the blocks for the most part. Eager for a lead. He got a couple of kills on the pistol, so he's looking to get a couple more. Round 14.
Spider
Quite
corruption.
established there for BetBoom. No contest from Complexity. The Liege boosted up, looking over the top of the smoke, or attempting to at least. They do bloom quite high nowadays, so sometimes tough
Goo,
to
red pollen.
look over the top of them.
Complexity playing with great structure on Anubis. The way that they work the map into those really tight pack executes. Definitely do them a lot of favors on Ancient here. A map that necessitates contesting map control, contesting these mistakes from the CTs, trying to work shelf into cheater control a lot of the time. Nice shot from a Leech, but unretrievable is that weapon at top middle, and BetBoom immediately crutch on towards mid. Shut down any hope of Complexity getting anything done in this round, and although Siren almost goes down, it's 4
My digital bleed does not want to make tokens. That's crazy.
Yeah, well done. A couple of kills onto the MP9. Always going to help to keep things off.
Bro, just play the game, you'll get the stuff. Come on.
And now
Be realistic here.
First gun
Just
round
me.
of the second half. Canis is still going to be holding on to that MP9 that was taken through.
Stack overflow. Oh my god, my favorite upgrade.
He's down middle. BetBoom looking to control that part of the map. They've got a pretty significant util advantage. Kyron jumping straight up onto Shelf. Should have taken duel early on. So many CTs in towards Shelf, in towards Cheetah. Pop flash over the top, catches a couple of Ts, but it's a messy spray.
Yeah, that's always a bad feeling, isn't it, when you don't hit those first couple of bullets in Counter-Strike 2. The spray's awkward. Nafany as well. Flashes are good. Danis, not quite better.
He just keeps going. Just keeps swinging.
How about Torte on the swing? Not quite going to happen. Allzerk holding that line. And Siren goes down as well.
Good shooting from Allzerk.
That is not a welcome sight for BetBoom.
It was something coming together in that round for BetBoom. They controlled it well. It was a great flash timing on the ramp, but just couldn't connect on those duels.
Got to be resetting the spray, right?
I mean, Kyron should have got that for free.
Yep.
That was a hell of a shot from Floppy there on the readjustment to the repeat. Definitely a tentative round, kind of hanging in the balance there for Complexity, but they win it with 3 surviving, and now the money looking a little lackluster for BetBoom. They once again try to contest middle here, but spray for a leech. Sprays him down like a bloody garden hose.
Well, JT and Grim are hanging on for dear life at the moment, but certainly you got the numbers advantage for Complexity, and Grim up close to that smoke wasn't expected by Nafany. Wow! Grim doubles down. So this round has definitely not worked out for BetBoom at all. Oh, the CT side is looking shaky today.
The money is absolutely cooked for BetBoom. 5 alive for Complexity. They might be behind 2 rounds here, but they are well and truly favored to win on this T side now. Clean anti-eco here. They are going to have so much cash on the T side to try to make this a 2-0. That's going to be difficult for a team like BetBoom, who's not even going to have the best buy heading into this next round. Somewhat limited util for them. That's the smoke into house.
I mean, the observers are really keeping an eye on these mid-smokes because a lot of them do tend to get missed here.
Less so on Ancient.
Less so on Ancient, that's for sure, yes.
This is a classic anti-eco approach, really, though. Counter-Strike just creeping out on the long-range bomb site. Leech, he's seen a couple. But losing 1 gun is not the biggest deal for Complexity right now.
Well, Kyron's going to be able to get the AK. Won't see much of a chase just yet from Complexity. Pretty routine round, really.
I mean, holding up to that will definitely help him put some more util together in the next round. Maybe drop some nades over. One of his teammates if BetBoom want to go on the aggressive again. Siren's going to see if he can catch someone moving through Red Room, but this is structured, disciplined Counter-Strike from Complexity, which is what we've been seeing from their T side. They have looked so impressive at this event, Jordan. We've seen various iterations of Complexity, and I think some people would question their form previously in some of their other rosters, but this Complexity roster, arguably the strongest that they've looked in quite a long time.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good look for the North American scene. Obviously, you've heard all of those conversations, how North America's not competitive on the international stage anymore, this and that. Will that change in Counter-Strike 2? Complexity seems like the best hope for that to be the case. Hey, we got a player. Okay, we got JKS. Don't you worry.
Yeah! Well, whoever wins this series is going to go play it.
Ooh. Maybe we're not such big fans of Complexity anymore.
Pressing down middle, BetBoom with a stranglehold on that mid part of the map, continuing to refresh the util bottom middle. There it is, HE nading over the smoke. We've been seeing this a couple of times. Complexity trying to pop through it, but Danis punishing, shutting the door, not getting back into middle here, Complexity, so they've got to turn their tails and run away back towards the A site.
BetBoom have read it really well though. They've got members over here already. One out on the site and one in donut. Could be a fast rotate for those 2 players in mid as well. Let's see what Torte can do to hold on to it. He's really being punished by that util. But in the meanwhile, Kyron's got 1 and Siren is swinging. IM swing knee at its best. That's 10 for Betboom, double digits.
Even in Go, with that mid control, see it be a strong approach on the CT side to just flood that A site through Donut. Contest at least before they can get themselves in a comfortable post plan. Continue to try to catch them on the cross exactly like this. So this is nothing new. Attack timeout for Complexity. They've not been able to put a bomb plan together, but it'll be totally fine to continue to reinvest on this team side for the foreseeable future. That's a nice economy building round there for Betboom.
Yeah, multiplies goo and stuff. Yeah.
Stack up the cash and really
Goo and white pollen.
game here at this 10 to 8 score
Speaking
line.
of goo. Alright.
I've got to say, I have faith in Betboom at the moment. They're looking pretty good on this CT side. It'll be a faster play from Complexity. They're just going to go charging toward the A bomb side. And Siren, he's heard that. He sits in Donut, tosses that Molotov out, but still going to need to find some frags, and that has not happened. 1 for 2. Complexity are into the site. Siren gets almost helped out by that nade into the smoke. But it's only, in the end, going to be a 1 for 1. Nafany cannot quite punish Grim. So again, it is on to Danists to try to creep his way out from that smoke, try to find the 1-on-3. Tough ask, that is for sure. And Grim, alongside JT, should be the 1-2 punch. It'll just end up being the 1 punch.
Multiple players on Betboom in towards Donut and the spawn side, trying to underarm HE nades into the smokes. One of those things where if you don't throw it from far enough away, it does make a sound cue. And if you watch the replays here, Complexity punishing multiple of those players. There's one of those HUs, instant trade from Grim. Nafany blows it open as well. He's instantly punished. People still trying to learn this mechanic and how to kind of min-max it and make it work. You can see Betboom trying to use the HUs instead of what you would previously see in Go as an underarm flash that comes through the smoke, or a flash maybe from the other side of the map up over the top so you can flood out Donut. We're now seeing the underarm HE nades and CTs trying to create opportunities for themselves that way. Complexity heavily punishing that kind of approach though in that round.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be said for layering multiple pieces of util together as well, right? If you're able to nade open the smoke at the same time, or roughly at the same time, a flash is tossed in there by one of your teammates as well, that can sort of cause a bit of a ruckus, and I think that's something that we'll see over the course of Counter-Strike 2 the next 6 to 12 months, improved upon by the players.
A lot of players on the B side of the map this round. It's a bit of a save round for Betboom. Tower boost is punished. Janice knocked off. Oh, the swap of the totem pole. Complexity after finding that man advantage, just cutting noise, holding angles.
Good push though from Zorte. He's got a lot of info over toward the A side of the map, which allows Betboom to keep extra members over on B. More than happy to just completely give up mid. Where does Complexity go from here? Molly over the top. Just gonna not quite push Nafany or Siren out of their positions.
Didn't you pop in his stream like 5 minutes ago, bro?
A bit of a messy start there on the spray of the A1S. And that'll pretty much be the round done and dusted. Siren will be lucky if he can even get a kill here.
Ooh, decent wins.
They've looked away. What can he do now? AK! Oh, hang on a minute. Siren, the young gun. 2 isolated aim duels on offer. This would be a magnificent clutch. No way. Get it. A 1v5 for Siren. Holding on to the nade. It started with a USP. Can it finish with an AK? Oh, not quite. Ali saves the day.
You know, I don't have to keep telling people to stop calling me that, though. It's crazy.
Nice
So
try,
please,
NT.
if you say it, I'm going to time you out. Thank you.
And nervous smiles from Complexity.
Alright, round 22.
That was meant to be an easy peasy round.
Was it no head
Oh,
up
nice.
No, he was already tagged up
tagged?
during the round.
Yeah.
So it was just a one tap.
Oh man.
Crazy.
He was lucky to get 1, he was lucky to get 2, and then it started to come into play. But here we are at 10 apiece either way. Complexity trying to bust their way into mid again.
That's fine, you can guess what I said then.
Good for
anyways.
again, for Bedroom, they're not feeling too confident off the back of that. They need more and they get it.
CT's winning duels all over the place. Complexity now scrambling in this 2-on-4. Olzerk going up onto the line. Posted up on short, but re-smoked off. He goes straight through it. He knows he has to start to take matters into his own hands. Fights Zorte completely unaware. Rotation now coming in from Kyron to help out Dennis, who's just cowering away in the corner.
Oh, Grim. Nice raw adjustment, but the comms were just off. He didn't know exactly where he was, and that crucial extra second costs him. 11 to 10 now, Betboom. They still front run.
Complexity taking guns off of them along the way, though. Keeping that economy.
Oh my god.
And you can see with their loss bonus reducing Complexity, they may open themselves up a reset window towards the tail end of this game. Deagle's out for a leech, though. Orb on Zorte, you got a orb. We've seen a lot of orb usage from Kyron, and he's had a very good rating this game.
Bro, I'm not a mod. Why are you asking me?
From an interview saying that orb meta might come back.
Yep.
Big meta might come back.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, there's been smatterings of it. I don't think it's been a massive uptick necessarily, but you're seeing it here and there. 1 or 2 players per team don't mind picking it up.
City after initial utility across the map. Now moving into a 1-4, JT on the lurk here towards Shelf. Smoke into middle. Towards Red Room, on towards Donut. Molotov doesn't hit. A lot of these jump throw Molotovs have been very inconsistent with...
Bro, I'm not in charge of Discord. Why are you asking me? Go talk to them.
Especially on their run throws. But Complexity nonetheless
Like, let's be honest here.
Starting to creep through middle. Gonna wait inside the fading smoke and try to split A through Donut.
Can my bees make fucking tokens? Stack overflow.
From him here. Hello. Wasn't quite there. Quick pace though from Siren. And again, multi-frags are so hard to come by in Counter-Strike 2 that you just often tend to see these 1-for-1s, 2-for-2s. Nafny again blows open the CT. Smokey wants to go through it. Can't quite deny the bomb plant, but he's done a lot of damage there. And Zorte as well. Spots a player toward main. Big task ahead now for Betboom. 3-on-3 retake on the A bomb site at 11 to 10. This round could be critical and hasn't gone too well. It's down to Zorte, missing the shot, and Complexity will equalize.
This is what I was talking about. Just taking guns away from the CT side, keeping that economy honest. Definitely applying the pressure to Betboom now. And Complexity, I mean, you could call it what you want. You could call it Counter-Strike 2. Difficulties, multi-fragging, Pika's advantage. But one thing is for sure, these guys are playing an excellent trade game here on the T side.
It's just what you got to do these days, isn't it?
Really, really tight pack. Often just going into these 1-4s, moving together, making sure that their spacing is on point.
Money's not looking very good for Betboom.
That's what I was saying. Taking the guns away in that last round. Keeping the pressure on, even if Grim can't complete a 1v4 on the B side. The fact that he takes an extra gun or 2 away. The fact that Holzerk's able to find a frag where they're 2-on-4. It all makes a difference.
Oh dear.
MP9 force for the game. Not where you want to be, facing elimination in a quarterfinal.
Instant house smoke.
You know, I don't give a fuck if you're not in band. And I didn't ban you. I don't know who you're talking to. Either you cope or you talk to them who banned you, not me, bro. Alright. Round 23.
Dennis can't lock anything down. There's still another player on this side, though. It's really on to Kyron to make the difference right now. The smoke is going to be put down.
All
He's
right.
going to creep past it. Oh, Kyron! There you go. And it's Holzerk in the one-on-one. It comes down to it again. Siren is stuck in the corner. Wants to swing, but you're never going to win it that way. Complexity. They almost ran into the iceberg, but they managed to negotiate it.
It was a good call from Betboom. They were well set up for what Complexity was working with. They hit a really nice time to try to wrap in through Cheetah on lane side. It was a double kill for Nathany on the MP9 peak to gather a lot of information and make them feel safe about the fact that they stacked that site for Complexity. Oh, some good shooting.
Well, it all comes down to this for Beppu. If they want to survive in IEM Sydney, it has to come from this round.
No grenades left at all. Once again, 4 players over towards this B side of the map. Double set up in towards Cheetah. Ramp
Frantic. You can tell it's frantic on both sides. Faster plays. Where's the shot? How about that flash from Grim? And that might just be enough to send Complexity through to the semi-final. Kyron has other ideas. And again, he's the sole defender, the last line of defense over here on B. His timing needs to be perfect, and it is not. Siren, he is done, and so is Beppu. Complexity, one step further here in Sydney, have gotten it done in 2.
Absolutely rock solid game from them. Just great calling on the T side. Beppu, you've got to give him props though. Brand new team, phenomenal group stage. And even though Anubis didn't quite go to plan from them, they definitely stepped up here on Ancient and gave us a good game.
Well, I think there's a good chance that Complexity might go from heroes to villains in their next game, given that they will have to play against JKS, but at least for today, they were the fan favorites, and they have given the Australian crowd a lot to cheer about. Beppu will be disappointed though. That really did feel like it could have been their map. A couple of missed opportunities, a couple of near clutches. Didn't quite get that over the line in the end. That's their undoing.
In the mid to long term though, they're going to be happy about their run in this tournament. And they're going to continue to improve and potentially take on some further tournaments.
Indeed. Well, lots to think about, of course, for Complexity, and I'm sure lots to chat about. We've got Conky standing by on the stage, ready for a chat.
Alrighty, here we go, we're with the leads! How is that? Complexity walking away with a 2-0 to open the event. Hey, you were here in 2019 with Team Liquid, and you walked away with a win. How does it feel to be back here?
It feels awesome. The crowd has been so fun. I'm rubbing the head for you guys, don't worry.
It's absolutely gorgeous, you love to see it. I saw the stat function, hair versus no hair, so that one before, but it got a little dicey on map number 2, right? But then you kept it cool in that 1v1 with the 1v5 against Siren, right? How was the team feeling after that moment?
I think everyone's just feeling just super excited. Like this was the first huge win. It felt awesome. Some rounds that, went kind of close that we shouldn't have probably went that far, but I think overall we're playing super well and I'm happy for how we played so far.
Well, look, all I can say is you guys have really run into a hot to start. Do you think you can take the event all the way?
I mean, we're just going to keep going one step at a time. No one thought that we would get this far just to begin with. You can have stacked like the roster was, how stacked every single team was that came into this event. So just keep on proving everyone wrong. That's just how it goes, Like everyone thinks that you suck until you start winning. So that's how it is. You just have to start winning.
You just got to start winning. You've heard it here from the man first. We're going to throw it back, but we'll see you guys very soon. Once again, Sydney, give it up for Complexity! Back to you guys.
The stars aligning for Complexity in this quarterfinal. They let the W in just 2 maps, despite Beppu having a hot start to the second map of Ancient. Incredible stuff. The crowd goes wild, as always, for the side of Complexity. And we're taking on G2 in that coveted semi-final. Very excited to see how that one goes down. But of course, we have to dissect all the goodness that was this first quarterfinal. TC joins us. We finally get you for a winner's interview, man. Congratulations, first. Just incredible stuff from you guys. Obviously for the side of Complexity, this is a monumental moment, Yanko. We've got, Elige, who's joined forces with this new North American squad. He lifted the trophy here back in 2019, the last time we were here. The fact that he gets to put some fire in the belly of Complexity, that's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about the conversations on the server, but off the server, helping with, how to make practice more efficient, maybe helping with communication. We hear a lot of those things, but DC, tell us about, did he say how much did he help coming into the first stage game for a lot of your guys?
The game today, I just shot him a message and said like, hey, we might be a little bit nervous on the stage, just make sure you provide some reassurance if we need it, but I think the guys actually handled it pretty well, and we didn't actually have those nerves or jitters that we had at the start of Pro League. At the start of Pro League, some of our first matches that we ran into, we were not playing how we usually play, or doing the fundamentals that we know we need to do, and then John actually started the guys a little bit, and then everyone started.
Oh my god.
We
Look at that.
So, I just shot that
Easy.
to provide the guys some reassurance, but like I said, it wasn't even needed.
A little shouting from time to time helps.
He's not alt, I guess.
Definitely does.
Listen,
Definitely does.
first of all, congratulations. Obviously, you handled yourself pretty well on the stage.
Honey,
You know,
white
you did
pollen.
your first big event, you know, playoffs and everything. I do have
You know
a
what?
couple of questions for you
We are gonna
regarding
do this in Mushroom.
to play the
Trust
CT
me.
side.
This is gonna be funny.
Can you give us something behind it? Because usually teams would go for the T side. They're thinking more right now because of all these things that are happening in CS2.
Yeah. I think we're still kind of figuring it out for ourselves as well, whether we want to start on the CT side or T side. I think that it's the first event here. Most of the guys on our team are side players, so you know, we like to just get a footing down on the CT
Trust
side and see
it,
what we
trust.
can put up there, and then we can always push over to the T side, which is actually our strong side.
We're getting a
right?
huge gummy star.
Side,
We're
but
getting
of
a huge
course,
gummy
it
star.
feels a little bit easier to close it out on the T side there.
Listen, listen, one more question, like a really coach to coach kind of question, right? There was a round that you guys did, I think it was towards it was a rush towards A. I think towards this last few part rounds of the game,
Round
right?
19?
Round 19,
Should we bring
yes.
it up? You got it
Bring it up.
Walk us through this because we saw that winning the round prior to this, and then you guys just said, like, hell no, we're going with the fast pace, we can bring up round number 19. Yeah, here we go. Like, you go in so fast.
Basically, this is a very important round because of the economy and everything that's going on. Now, obviously, the call is rush A, you're going to throw something in the middle, go out A. Does the fact that crowd is affecting the audio...
We're finishing too fast.
...come into play when it comes to this call?
100%. I mean, the crowd makes a very big difference. I mean, being on stage, I think you can definitely hear less. So that's definitely a big effect. But I mean, this is something that we would run in a normal game without the stage as well. It was just a good time to call the A-Rush. We had attack balls right before this, and we thought we would catch it guard because they were playing double in the middle the round before this. And I'm pretty sure they had a late rotate towards A that just smoked off A main. So I was forced to tell Johnny we were discussing it a little bit already, and I thought that we could just catch them with an A-Rush.
Give us the hero who called it. Who called
Well,
it?
they were discussing it already. I was just like reaffirming. Good idea.
Okay. So
Good
democracy.
idea. Exactly.
Give me some thoughts about what, particularly on that second map of Ancient, because you know we look at him to be, you know, really popping off. We know he has that ability. It's not always happening on the most consistent basis. What gets him in the zone? I'm confused.
I am so slow, dude.
He's like in his element, and the
Holy
more he
crap.
I feel like the more he keeps fragging.
Okay.
So if he just has that confidence in himself, he's actually talking and controlling what's going on, and you know, he's taking space wherever. Like I feel like he has the ability to out-frag anyone. And he just takes space. Like when he just has that confidence in himself. I know he started this event off a little bit slowly, and he was hard on himself.
I want to finish it in Mushroom. I don't care if I lose a round.
Good Pro League, so it sucks to go from such a high to such a low, but he put himself together after that first, I think it was the first and the second against G2, and then, I mean, he's just bounced back so well.
We were talking about it on
Damn.
media, right? I think
Look
you
at
got-
that. White pollen done in Mushroom. Alright.
Battles are waged in nanoseconds. Plain
Damn.
pilot on the other side of the world. The future's not coming. It's already here. Join us and be the future.
Managed to
Unfortunate.
accept
Yeah.
this is the state the game's in. You just got to play it out.
100%. I think that's where we're all at. You just have to accept it and work with it.
I wonder
And
how
if
much I
it's
made in
done,
that
then
round.
If not, you just have to work with what you got, right? So I think that's kind of what
Okay.
everyone's working through, because when we had that overpass game as well, I think JT had a really bad
Should I do one more round,
My old
guys?
stuff is working.
What do you
so I
guys
just gotta
think?
Change everything I've been doing, you know, just play it completely differently. So it's all about just figuring it out. at
Could
the
do one
moment
more?
and just adapting as quickly as possible. I think that's just the teams who are adapting the most at the moment are the
I
ones
don't
who are
know.
gonna be the most successful.
Talking about changing everything you've had to do, what do you think you need to change going into your next game, which is going to be a rematch against G2, even though the scoreline didn't feel as close?
I could try to do one more. Let's do one more. One more.
That, you know, they felt the game was closer maybe than the score showed.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
get
the
it done.
news for sure was definitely a lot closer than the score showed. We had a really good CT side against them. I mean, like going even on rounds on CT side of Anubis is always going to be good. But honestly, on our T side, I feel like we had a really off day and we just weren't dealing with their aggression at well. We had so many untradeable deaths. We just weren't close to each other and we just weren't in the right setups, to be honest, to start off that game. They came with a really good game plan. That aggression worked and they kept throwing it at us. So yeah, it's honestly just going to need to. I mean, we've already looked at what happened against us. We've gone and fixed a lot of those things already. I mean, as the tournament has progressed. So hopefully we'll be more prepared for whatever they throw at us tomorrow.
That was a great question from Yanko. I just want to add to it, right? Because right now, individualistic meta, new game, everything is going on a very much higher pace. As a coach, do you have troubles preparing against a certain opponents that are playing more individualistic like Bad Boom did? You know that also G2 has these players that are more instinctive rather than like, super, waypoint type of Counter-Strike?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously tough if Munis is just going to take a spawn and run at you with an open cave. And
I didn't get APM though, which is unfortunate.
When he's going to have that spawn. So it's tough, especially if that happens 2 or 3 times in one game, right?
Okay, one more run,
to be honest,
let's go.
Like, it hasn't felt hard preparing for the majority of the teams that we've played because most of them, it feels like there hasn't been that much innovation and teams are still playing very much the same as what they were playing in Go towards the end of it. I mean, like, I felt like G2 were even playing very similar, except for those individual duels and stuff that we were playing a little bit more aggressive in those areas. So, I mean, like, we are habitual creatures at the end of the day, so we're always going to fall back to what's comfortable for us and what we're used to and what we know works. So, yeah, I mean, as hard as it is to prepare for that, it's more about just not getting caught off guard and, yeah.
I want to put you a little bit on the spot because Yanko in the pre-game mentioned a solid game plan against teams like Bad Boom, using your utility early, very early on, like first 15, 20 seconds. Was that something that you guys thought about before coming into this game?
100%, 100%. I mean, they mostly play first timings for the entire T side, so you just have to be ready for whatever they're throwing at you in that first bit of the round. And if you can strafe that off and stay alive and survive that part of the round, I think you have a pretty good chance. So I think we did pretty well at dealing with the aggression on Anubis. I think on Ancient at the start of the game, we were struggling to deal with it, but we adapted pretty well. And yeah, it went well after that.
Speaking of, like, the ability to adapt, that's something that we've been hearing from a lot of other players as well. Obviously, MR12 goes without saying, it's much more unforgiving. If you don't adapt early enough, then everything's going to spiral out of your control. How much has that been for you personally in the coach role, right? Being cognizant of maybe calling timeouts earlier, maybe not letting things kind of slip too far over. What's that balance been like to learn?
Yeah, it's definitely tougher. Also
Bro left already.
3 timeouts
Yeah,
now, so
yeah.
one gets taken away and you have less rounds, so you need to be very cognizant of when you're using them. I think that's where it also comes into just have a solid game plan going into the games, like, hey, what you're going to start off with, how you're going to adapt, and then if the guy's not following through with that plan or they're throwing something completely different at us, then you can start using pauses. But at least having those things in place beforehand, so you don't actually have to waste pauses on just like reaffirming a game plan or a slight adaptation, but we've already thought of that beforehand. So that's mostly what we've been trying to do, and yeah, hopefully it works.
Thank you so much for letting us pick your brain. One final question from my end. It's a bit more of an emotional one because, we talk about the hype that Sydney brings. This is the first time I've been here able to actually experience it. But how is it for you guys actually up on the stage, being able to lap this up? Like, tell me a little bit about playing in front of them.
Honestly amazing. It feels so great playing in front of this crowd. We were in Melbourne earlier this year, and the crowd there was just as amazing. I feel like the Australian supporters are just great. Like, really, it's such an honor playing in front of them, and yeah, it's just, we're loving every second of it.
Well, 2C, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations once again. Thoroughly looking forward to that matchup versus G2. But of course, with a win for Complexity does come elimination for BetBoom. So let's get a few departing words courtesy of Heck.
So I understand, unfortunately, this is where the journey ends for Bad Boom, but I always wanted to have an opportunity to make an interview with you because, I mean, you've been with FaZe for so many years, and as an analyst, I never got to talk to you. Now you're a coach, and I have this opportunity. As I said, unfortunately, you're out. What do you think? You didn't manage to take Ancient.
It is how it is. It's been a great run. Today we had our chances. We didn't hit our shot really on first map. Second map, I feel like we should have closed it. But it's amazing. This Super Theater, it's amazing arena. Australian crowd is always crazy. It's like, it was a pleasure to play here.
And considering the fact that this is a really new team, like freshly formed, like are you kind of like maybe like even proud of like the results that you showed so far?
Yeah, obviously, it's, as I said, it's been a great run. We took down #1 team in the world, Vitality. We made it in the first day, right, to the playoffs. So it's been a nice experience, and I guess I feel we could have taken more from this event, but it is how it is. It's the first arena time actually as coach for me and for some players also. So we were here for experience, and we took more than I guess everyone expected from us, right?
Exactly, exactly. And now I'm sure that you're gonna go back home. You're gonna do homework. What will you focus on?
Sorry.
What will you focus on, like to improve? Map pool or maybe something else?
Whatever we are going to just get some break now after a tough event, and then yeah, I guess we surely need to work on maps a bit. But like CS2 is still a new game, right? Is really different from CS:GO, so we will keep learning it. That's it.
All right, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the thing.
Yeah, as much as this is, you know, heartbreaking for BetBoom to be experiencing elimination, I think, you know, they thoroughly impressed us by making it to this stage. It's just a shame we didn't really get to see any of the individuals popping off on the stage. I was hoping that we'd maybe get to see more from some of those players.
Yeah, and I think a little bit as well, the inexperience perhaps and the lack of composure at times to be able to close out the ancient game. But I think that's to be expected from a team that's so young in its inception as a team, and also having young players, right? Dealing with your emotions just in any game, especially a stage game, whether you're playing from behind, playing from ahead, also with their style, which is good for the state of the game in which the game is now. It leads to a lot of emotional sort of ups and downs, right? Like you can have a really easy round if you get the entry kills. Sometimes it ends up being in, you know, you lose the round in the first 20 seconds. Sometimes it's a really intense clutch. So being able to just understand that and what's going to come with that on an emotional level is also really important.
I think for BetBoom as well, you know, particularly looking back on Anubis, a third of the rounds they got actually came off some nutty clutches that they shouldn't have really got away with, right? It feels like this is clearly still a work in progress for BetBoom to get more.
What a fucking waste. God damn it.
Absolutely. I mean, there is nothing to be too sad about, right? This is a good foundation for them. Yeah. They started off very well in CS2. They traveled all this way, played against some good teams. Played some
the meat writing is crazy.
They really do well right now today, but like I said, it's gonna be fine for them. Counter-Strike needs more teams like this, like BetBoom, like Mouse Sports. We need the new generation of players coming in, the new wave of these talented kids that are gonna be coming in with these new teams together. Like it should be, you know, a new kind of era of Counter-Strike coming with these youngsters. And so for BetBoom, there is nothing to, you know, be too sad about. They'll be just fine.
Well, with that quarterfinal result said and done, it is time to be checking in with our DHL MVP.
Oh, I'm top 1 daily. Wow. Crazy.
Now, this is where your Twitch channel points are coming in very handy indeed. Use them to vote in the chat because we've got 5 potential DHL MVP candidates for you guys to be choosing from. First up, we've got Elige. I mean, he gave it up to the crowd. He literally even shined his head for them. That's where my vote's going to be going. Second option, you can't stop the flop, particularly on Ancient Kassad. He was looking out red hot on that map.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, like, what's more impressive about Floppy is the fact that he's a defensive-minded player, and this is a faster-paced Counter-Strike, delivering numbers after you have been, like, psychologically kind of dragged down with all these changes and the roles and the pace of the Counter-Strike, and still deliver on stage. Very first stage we played on in a very long time shows his character.
JT as well. He's got to be a name that we put up there, particularly, you know, on that first half
No.
of the first map of Anubis. He was looking really good.
I'm just
on that
doing
team
RBC.
side, really delivering some good strategies.
Maybe later, like in 2 months I'll boost. How about that?
An in-game leader up they're the
Just
guys
be
doing a lot
patient.
of the dirty work, and
Y'all shall
Hauser
be
didn't
rewarded.
hold too much with the op, especially on that first map, but a couple of good clutches, impactful kills, definitely big contribution from him in the series too.
Yeah, obviously adapting, overcoming
This was
to
wild.
what's kind of changed with it. Yeah, I
Okay,
hate this thing, this weapon
nice.
coming back, but sure, you know what?
Tell me about
Needs must. Grim, we've basically got the whole complexity squad for you guys to be choosing from. Yeah, Grim looking consistent, and this is what I like to see. I think this is where, when we look at complexity iterations gone by, when Grim was dropping off, it seemed like everything kind of dropped off, but it's nice to see a bit more consistency from you guys.
I like what I'm seeing. If you can like send like the MVP to every single one of them, I would do that thing, because team-wise, teamwork kind of got them to the quarterfinals, now got them to the semis. Obviously, some of the individuals a little bit more than the others, but overall it's a team effort, and that's what I like to see. As a former coach, it's always a pleasure to kind of witness something.
Didn't know you were an Opera fan. You get an MVP. You get an MVP. You get an MVP.
You know what? If I vote for Elige, you vote for Floppy, you vote for Grim, and then maybe you up there, go JC, and then maybe you up
this
there,
guy,
go for the final one. Yeah, you know what? Good channel points all round. We got them all. Yeah,
I
mean,
just showed
I wanna get
Digital
your
V,
thoughts on them
but
winning
okay.
the match versus G2 in very, very different territory. Now, obviously, we saw it in the group stage, but as we just heard from TC, obviously being in this environment, very different. Do you think Complexity will have what it takes to not only fend off G2, but do it in this environment?
I think they have the benefit of the pressure being not on them entirely, right? Like they've done more than enough in this tournament to be happy, to be content, and G2 on the other side, one of the best teams in the world. They already played them in this tournament and lost. So we'll see what the game plan for them is coming into this one. I think G2 is the main contender to lift the trophy, so it's going to be difficult for Complexity, but you know, if they just let loose and have fun, maybe they can get an upset win again.
You know, it's going to be very hard for Complexity, because you know who's going to be cheering for Elige tomorrow? No one. You know who's going to be using the Krieg instead of an op? No one. So that's going to be the first two issues. Everybody was going to be cheering for G2, Miko, JKS in the company, so that's additional pressure. If they manage to beat them under that kind of pressure, then they're going to leave the trophy. But I don't see it happening, and I think G2 takes that.
Yeah, not only going against the firepower of G2, but against the crowd as well. Yeah, Complexity going to have to pull out all the stops to be pulling that one off. But we talk about banger of games. Oh my lord, have we got an awesome one coming on the other side of this break. A rematch of a match that went down in Dallas, which has stayed in our memories forever. One of the best CSGO matches of 2023. We got a rematch. It's FaZe versus Ents after this.
No nullify is crazy. Maybe, I don't know,
All of
man.
your CS2 games? Simply search your Steam account to access a detailed breakdown of all your matches. Find your best maps, check when players are banned for cheating, and access other in-depth statistics from matchmaking and basic games. Gain access to your entire CS2 playing history with csstats.gg.
He's pushing smoke, bro. Let's go trying so hard. Jesus Christ, man.
Summer is over.
Stop flying. One close.
It's time to try hard. Join the first CS2 League season.
Market door one. Got dead. Let's go.
Win your share of $214,000 on your path to ESL Pro League.
One on two from Odyssey now. It's sacrificial.
The Sisto is a new game, right? And obviously the new game is something for you. It's finally something different, you know? And even though it's the same game, it's something different. It just gives the fresh feel to it.
Everybody likes the game from what I heard, if they're not lying.
I was like scared about it because if I wouldn't get fun, I could have left the game. For now, it's good.
I think my role in CS2 was buffed clicking W and running fast. So I'm very happy with it. I'm already doing the things that I did in CSGO and CS2. It's just much better.
Manages to get out through the apartments. That flasher neo frag.
The most difficult thing is to adapt your CSGO playstyle to CS2 realities.
We might put more focus in the pistol round.
Yeah, I think since it's MR12, like force buy runs, I think they're gonna play as well big role in the game. So, you know, maybe some force buy strategies coming in.
Now I think it's more about firepower. It's more about just shooting and go through.
Double kill on the top. It's a lead that finds Frozen. Oh my god! That gives up this comeback. That's clean! Frozen! Oh my god!
I mean, people don't like changes. That's quite understandable.
Everyone is just getting started with the game, basically. There's a lot of room for error, I feel like.
Well, the most important thing for adapting is being open-minded. Like, you cannot come to a new thing and just instantly hate it.
There will be always bugs, fine, but I think they're working on it. I think they're doing.
The future waits for no one, so we refuse to wait for it. Today, battles are waged in nanoseconds, and planes are piloted from the other side of the world. The future's not coming, it's already here. Join us and be the future.
Those little sadness that is actually coming to an end, that maybe you're like, what we could have done, you know, if the game kept going.
I'm a bit sad that CSGO is over, but I'm still happy that I've got some new opportunities.
A new beginning, a new grind, a new road. I'm happy to CS2 come in.
It's kind of annoying to have cheaters all the time, and on launch day we met cheaters as well.
I made a tweet.
No, I saw your
10
tweet
hours
as well.
ago.
Yeah, you just came here and played on deathmatch and was a cheater already. So
I launched like the Valve VM, so like you just connect to like a lobby with 10 people or something, and there was about 5 people just rage hacking. So it's like cheat versus cheat lobby.
one thing they can take a little bit from Valorant is the integrated anti-cheat that you have to launch with the game. I think it can help a little bit if they manage to make it for CS. I don't know if it'll be affecting the game itself, but I think they have to do something else than what they have now. It's not working out.
Faces, there is not so much I didn't experience. I played maybe 10 Faces games, I didn't see any cheaters over there. I usually play against like other pro players. But on Premiere I experienced maybe a lot. I maybe played 20 games and 15 out of 20 I felt like they were cheating.
People will find some exploiter to help to cheaters to play with cheats. I don't know.
I actually didn't meet a single cheater in that game yet. Not a single one. Not a single one.
Because you are not playing matchmaking.
I mean, that's also true, but I played some and I didn't meet a single one. I am not sure if my rating would be correct here, so I think I keep it quiet for this one.
Also, there are some comments
you can get banned for.
Yeah, you can get banned for, which I think they need to fix.
Yeah,
that's so yeah.
Every time that like I would play matchmaking, I'm like, yeah, there's so many cheaters, and then I have people saying like, I don't get cheaters ever. It's like, well, we're playing different people because every time I queue up, there's cheaters every single time.
That's a zero. Actually, that's a zero. Like no.
But the thing about the anti-cheat is nothing really changed there. At least from my perspective of it, nothing changed.
Yeah, I would go also for reasonable. But keep in mind, we didn't meet cheaters.
I would give it a 0. I've been in contact with Valve about cheaters. They've asked for the cheaters' names or like community profile links.
Wow, Tabby Scratch did something for once.
So I don't lose 0.
Some random players just playing insane, and you think it's like future stars. I don't trust them. I will put 0. Anti-cheat.
The coastline of Australia. This shit is fucking beautiful, but it's also dangerous. You've all heard of the ferocious great white, and we know about the infinitely wise turtles. But have you heard of the Turritopsis rubra, or to us Aussies, colloquially known as the crimson jelly? These fellas are unique in their existence, and that's because these little beauties are the oldest species you will find down under. In fact, many even regard these aquatic creatures as biologically immortal. That means they can't die. No matter what meta, somehow they're able to always revert their life cycle and avoid death to stay relevant. These guys have seen it all. The CZ era, the Krieg meta, and even when Swedish CS was relevant. Inside those big old heads, they hold a wealth of history and knowledge. But then, lurking in the shadows and the shower, the salt water rock. It's uncommon for these little shits to bring the fight to you. With their ability to hold their breath underwater for over an hour sometimes, you have to look really hard to even notice that they're there. Then, when they do strike, and believe me, they will, they are fucking deadly. You better not enter his territory unless you're sure the coast is absolutely clear. He'll go straight for the jugular or rip off one of your limbs. But don't worry, I've been catching them since I was 9. No worries at all.
I have my thoughts.
I mean, yeah, I think bunny hopping is actually impossible. I think them locking 64 tick is pretty lame. I mean, I like the idea that like the smokes are the same for, you know, whether you're playing Face It or matchmaking. To make it just worse for everybody just doesn't feel right to me.
I think there's a lot of intricacies with the movement right now because especially with how sub-tick's working, sometimes if you press your jump key without like the semicolon bound to it, it'll either let you jump at the first tick or as high as like the 20th tick. It's a bit silly that it's 2023 and stuff like this is happening in the game. I think they need to change the SV jump spam penalty time. I think that needs to be changed.
I'm gonna hand this over to the movement god over here because it affects him a little bit more.
There's been this talk about the binds with like de-sub-taking your movement. So that is a thing. What happens right now is if you have your regular binds, you go left, right, forward, backwards, you accelerate slower compared to a normal tick rate. So in the sub-tick environment, it's always the same, but because of sub-tick, you always start accelerating at a different time in the tick. The second thing is when you jump in a sub-tick environment and you have your regular jump line, the height of your jump is always different, and that's also an issue. And then number 3, B-hopping is, you know, they introduced a command which kind of fixes it, quote unquote, and it does, but the value is still wrong, even though they say it's right, but they haven't. They obviously don't know how to B-hop at the Valve office, so they don't know what they're talking about.
Honestly, I love how they say it's not smooth. The jump spot, you cannot jump spot anymore, you cannot scroll spot one jump like bunny hop, jumping short without control, like not do it anymore because of the sub-tick. It's the same as 64, maybe a bit better with shooting wise, but with movement it's the same.
I don't like it. I think CSGO movement was really good. It was really smooth. Like the KZ, the surf, the bunny hops. And now they just take it away from us.
It feels like my model was doing leg day for like months straight, and the guy cannot move. When I'm trying to jump on the silo on you, I cannot. It takes 3 days to get up there.
For example, Ancient from a city. Whenever you go out middle and then you want to jump on the, we call it cat.
One cog per upgrade, okay.
So it was easier. But if you played KZ before on CSGO on 64 ticket, for example, it's way harder to make that jump. And then this applies for CS2. And then I cannot hit it. I hit, bro, like I hit it like 2 out of 10.
On Ancient, you say about not jump, about the boxes. You cannot jump on box and peek the guys. It was, for me, it was hit very no.
On A side?
No, not like that. On middle, when you're going up, go deep highway.
Oh, yes.
For me, it was like big hit because I killed a lot like this. I just go up this and kill from this, but you cannot jump and insta shoot. I put it 7. I put 7.
I think the argument that like worse players can't notice it is like saying someone that goes into like an ER can't notice what's wrong with this guy that's dying, but like a doctor goes in, he can tell. It's like, well, yeah. I mean, one person's way more experienced, you know. Like we're gonna be able to tell.
I give it a 2. I think it's like atrocious.
I'll give it a 3.
Just one up in me.
Well, because they tried to address Bihar, I want to give them some points, but
I'll give them 1 there, so
I'll give them a 4. They have tried.
You could put
Yeah, I mean, I would go 4 here.
He's got the information. He's got just enough. He goes back to the
I think Simple said it best. You want to leave your mark on the game. You got to do something you never seen before. That's what he does. I think the shift is way easier. Playing and feeling the game, I would say it's more or less the same thing.
I don't think anyone fully got the hang of the game yet because it's so new, and I think some of the mechanics are a little bit different, but every day that goes by I think we get a little bit better and better. So
You'll get used to it, you just need to keep playing, and like in CSGO, you'll just get used to it.
Everything works differently with how you can throw grenades and you have open skyboxes in the game.
With a new game, that meta is everywhere right now. You can be the trendsetter. You can find the perfect recipe.
The game was not ready to be launched.
I think it's a little bit weird because it's the first event and the game is like, it's not fully ready yet in my opinion, but I think like it's special because it's the first event in a way, and regardless of like how the game is, it's still a CS event.
Honestly, we don't have much time for practice because we played fully playoff queue and almost until the end.
In 2021, I think, I came back to play competitively during FPS. I won in the first month, and after 2 months, I was in Team Endpoint for, I think, 1 year. And after I joined Team Ends, we want to make a history. I feel like from the start we were clicking as a team, in-game, outside the game. When like they gave me this chance, I took it with 400 hands and I'm trying to be my best version that I can be. And I feel like right now I'm getting comfortable as a player, as a lurker. So yeah, like I'm feeling really good right now. I was playing with a lot of single leaders in my career. Snappy is a special person. Always wants to fix some problems. Like, for example, if we have problems outside the game, he will never just let you go on. Guys, we need to fix it, we need to talk about it. We're not gonna skip. We didn't play the best CS from the start. We didn't play like how we know to play. I watch after the game and I see like Nessie is flicking around and Nico doing what he knows how to do. Like, yeah, I'm feeling it, he cannot do anything, honestly.
Nico, poised, needs a touch, and in signature Nico fashion, he's made it a one-on-one. Nerd, what have you got for us? He's off the ball. Nico strikes.
Oh no. It was bad, but I think it got a little bit better as the hitbox got updated. I mean, it should be the same as in CSGO, but there is something different to it, and I think it's again something that we just need to get probably used to it at the moment. I'm enjoying the game, so I think the spray and recoil for me, I would rate it pretty high today.
I think, for example, the one taps are really clean in CS2. It's enjoyable.
What about recoil I can say, also they must add a lot of commands like from CS. Some recoil, new model recoil, some CL bob, right hand, left hand, everything.
If you don't have CL bob, that is simple. I don't care about anything else.
I mean, I don't think it's that bad, what everyone's saying. Like, I can still spray. I can still do things, like, just how I did in CSGO. I just think that there's some problem with, like, the tracers not lining up, apparently, or, like, the bullet holes, like, not lining up how they were in CSGO. So I think it's harder for people that were using tracers and stuff to help them. And then people that don't want to use tracers, there isn't a command to turn off now. So you're pretty much forced to use your peripherals to see the tracers, which are inaccurate, and then people adjust, and then it's actually wrong.
Having no bob command, the view model
Yeah, the
recoil
view
is
model-
forced to 1 is just a bit.
Yeah, I think the view model recoil actually makes spraying feel disgusting for me. I think actually that's the worst part about it for me. I hate having my gun just like move the way it does with view model recoil.
I think the bursting and tapping is definitely the way to go now. I think spraying feels very weird. Also for me, I've been spraying with left hand my entire life. I have to spray with right hand now, so I'm always like in focus. It's a little bit of a mind games for me at the moment.
Spray is 1-to-1 with but it's more regarding what's happening with the spray, why it feels bad. So you don't have 128 servers now. And that's the thing in CSGO, if you play on 64 tick, you will notice like a bit of lag in your spray, and I think that's what's still happening in CS2.
I mean, I played already a lot of games, and I would say it's pretty different than in CSGO. First of all, it's because of subject rate, because you have different events to trade. Second, it's just like, before you had like really bad hitboxes.
I don't know, sometimes like one map feels really good, one map feels really bad. That's how I feel like. It's
Yeah.
maybe 5.
Maybe 5, yeah. 6, 5.
Give it a 6.
I hate giving 7s. Everyone gives 7. I do 6 again.
6 again?
I could go 9 easily probably.
I can go 8.
Some shot spray, recoil shit. Spray, it's like so equal to recoil. You'll take 5 and 5. You can take 4 spray. Take 7.
Overall, it's not perfect, but it's not that bad either. I'll say
I'm gonna say 3.
because I think it's still possible, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that needs to get fixed with it.
OG double pick, boys. Yeah, OG double pick. The short side, the final side. You one way shit.
Why is that stopping? Guys. You'll be afraid to pause.
One out donut.
From me, indoors.
Sniffing A.
Easy.
Off shooting an A.
Yeah, they.
Ending A. Guys are gonna pick.
They're gonna pull the defense over. Remember, the bomb is still gonna finish at the A bomb site. Madden needs to do something big. All 5 players from ENCE are on the wrong side of the map.
Can you go stone up, boys? Today? Okay, rest stone up. That's it, girls.
One more new. 2A, 2B. Big top.
One hold on, please.
Hold on.
Left, right, check out. We take careful back, okay? Flashing dive. Tempo up. I went to it. Flashing in front of problem. Side, default, thing. Look at that. Forward it.
Jonathan. FaZe are dragging it back. It's overtime looming. And FaZe have done it.
You fucking flag! It's not offside!
Carrigan finds the way to the perfect round right at the end.
He had him on a string.
They didn't. You can still do it. I'm pretty sure.
He's done it. The other guy's done it.
Cover up and then you.
2 molars on default. Maybe he went to cave.
ENCE did not expect to have a chance in this, but suddenly one is presented to them.
Give it smoke, Pavel. Give it smoke. Give it. I smoke.
They have to take it. These are the moments that don't come often.
Yeah, molotov bomb. We're gonna go banana, bro.
Molly's not used for the plant either. It's used to try and dispel them. They're moving in. D has onto the site. Sticky has to tap it, get on it, stick it through. Ross is getting it. Oh my goodness, D!
Let's go! We'll play Madison Square.
And still uncomfortable to plant.
Where's that one? On tempo.
Donut.
And it is Roki who thrusts himself into the clutch. And Brokey knows you're in his temple, you're in his home, and he is going to look for you.
Yeah, Brokey. Good fucking shit, Brokey.
I love it.
I love it. Everybody, that's right. We are in Australia, and we have found our way into the playoffs. My name is Trace. I'm taking over for Freya Spears here, and we are just about ready to get another quarterfinal underway. One featuring Instant Phase. We had a little bit of love there in the ballad that we saw in Dallas, and now we're expecting so much more. Of course, I'm not alone. Wouldn't try to do it alone. Hell, I mean, I could, but I probably couldn't at the same time, because these two Brainiacs next to me are going to be delivering all that insight that you need. I've got Bled on my left, and then Yanko to his left. Hello? Hey, Australia, what's up? Can you hear me? Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. Well, gentlemen, how you doing? How you going?
Going good, going good. This is fantastic. The crowds have been nuts so far, and what a matchup as well. FaZe ends the rematch from Dallas.
Yeah, I think we have.
Did you test multiple runs? Because I literally heli clipped earlier today, bro. Sometimes your run bugs out and you can't heli clip. Make sure you try it multiple times.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we all remember that Dallas game, that ancient and all of that stuff, but again now these teams, these two different spots compared to that tournament.
Yeah, you look at how this is all kind of unfolded. FaZe really counting their stars to have made it this far, dare I say.
Yeah, FaZe really it's very cool to see what's right there. Of course, against Navi, how we got simple advantage to get the win as well. So they were pretty happy. I was in the bus ride to the arena with them, and they're like, boys, we're back in the arena again. I think that's a vibe to go for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a rough couple of months for them, right, not being able to get to this stage, but yeah, having to play in the first game of the lower bracket against the #1 team in the world, taking out Vitality, taking out Navi, and then getting revenge of Gamer Legion. I think it's also going to be a big benefit for FaZe, the fact they had to play so many maps. So they're one of the teams with the most map plays on maps when it comes to CS2, and every map helps you a little bit more, right, to get used to the game and maybe figure out how it is that you really want to approach.
Now, I was trying to figure out a way to crowbar this in here, but I just feel like the world needs to see this. Like, the world needs to see this right here. This is Chad Birchill, resident Australian by trade, but he's already here. So let's hear from the teams as they start to get their way into the arena.
FaZe Clan is entering the building. Does he have this much energy all the time?
He has too much energy right now. He's not saving his energy. It's not good.
I'm jealous. I am so jealous. Kerrigan, welcome to the big building. Welcome to the theater. Did you have an opportunity maybe to check out the stream and see what's actually happening?
Yeah, I can hear them shouting a lot on the stream, so that's good. So they're making a lot of good noise. I'm happy to kind of play in front of that.
And it looks actually amazing because like all of the seats go up, you can actually see all of the people. Knowing the kind of showman you are, I think you will enjoy it and they will enjoy it. Do you think so?
We're just gonna go in there and enjoy the game and hopefully come out on top so have another day to enjoy.
Overall, the team is feeling good?
We look very focused, so that's always a good sign. So now it's time to have fun and close the doors and you don't see anything.
Alright, see ya. Look at him. Hi, Sampius. You're doing good?
Yeah, it's not been the interview?
No, it's gonna be you, it's gonna be Nerds maybe. You can walk for now, maybe I'll bother you again. It's okay. Why do you have a pillow with you?
I need it to play. I always put it in my bag.
Did you steal it from the hotel?
Yeah, I do it.
Oh, alright. Where did Nerds run away? Why are they going there? Wait, I think we're losing our...
I'll try it out.
We're gonna go there, but like how are you feeling right now?
I'll try try it out right after this. How about that?
We kind of is ready for the match. We are just looking forward to play in front of the Australian crowd.
Did you have like an opportunity to actually like check out the stream?
Yeah, I checked. It was insane. It was really loud.
It's not just loud. It's like you actually see all of the audience because it goes up. So I'm kind of expecting for you like to hype up the audience. Will you do that?
Not right now.
No, I mean you're gonna do the plays.
Yeah, I will try my best to do that.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Try your best. That's about all you can do at this stage because you have made it to the stage. It seems that like the harder part is supposed to be over, but it only gets harder from here.
Yeah, it's only going to get harder, especially when we talk about these two teams. I mean, you look at FaZe, sure, they've had their trials and tribulations thus far this year, not playing too many arena games, not making too many playoffs, but they are a team we know really thrive and are their best in a stage like this. For ENCE, though, beginning of the year, you would have said, you know, this is a team who don't have that experience, but they've got a couple of wins. They got that win in IM Dallas, for example, and of course have been having a lot of deep runs in tournaments, so to speak. So it's going to be a real test for ENCE here against FaZe.
Yeah, it was something like 4 grand finals in a row for ENCE until the Pro League finals. I think that's where they ended up losing in the semifinals. But a lot of great runs for them, and on the other side, a team that's, you know, won a major in the last 2 years, won the Intel Grand Slam as well.
What are you talking
Let's
about?
look at the LAN events in comparison. Kerrigan, he's been around the block.
I mean, look at the highest one on ENCE is Snappy with 14. It feels like, I don't want to do quick math, but even Swift and Rain, who are third on FaZe, have more than ENCE players combined, right? Just tells you how comfortable they are. This
No
is
precision.
The semi-finals onwards, and I think that's the big difference here. You know, ENCE has been playing great Counter-Strike in the last couple of months. There's only one thing we would still maybe point out and say, hey, when it comes to the stage and the loud crowd and everything, do some of the players maybe fall off a little bit, and do they get a little bit too nervous, right? And for FaZe, we don't have those question marks at all.
No, but what we got in Dallas was a real treat. I keep going back to it because it was pretty awesome to witness in person. But then we're talking about something that was just so well crafted and a good testament to what Counter-Strike's all about.
Yeah, I think this map for me personally is my favorite map of the year, right? Like an insane game, semifinals in front of the crowd as well. And I feel like for in this particular matchup, right, ENCE getting that win, it kind of broke through a certain mental barrier for them. Like, guys can actually do it. We're going in a toe-to-toe against FaZe in a semifinals, in an arena, multiple overtimes, and getting the win, I felt like that was the catalyst that needed them to elevate.
Absolutely, and also, I mean, there were overtimes where FaZe won all 3 rounds, and then ENCE is able to bring 3 back, and they just threw caution to the wind. They were going into each other's faces. It was careless Counter-Strike, you know, fast-paced, explosive, and it did make for an incredibly entertaining map.
31-28 as a final scoreline on that map does kind of tell the story.
It does absolutely. And that's why I'm especially excited about this matchup, because they haven't faced each other since Dallas. And looking at these recent performances, again, it highlights what we've been talking about. ENCE have been really good, but they would still be wanting more wins. Now they know they can reach finals consistently. They know they can reach playoff games.
What are you talking about?
And also, you don't want to be in a situation like Heroic, for example, where that's sort of happening and happening and happening, but you're not lifting any trophies. And sooner or later, you can't expect to forever be, you know, in that position where you're going to consistently make the playoffs, right? Teams around you are making changes,
Oh, that.
moving and whatnot.
Yeah.
So ENCE needs to start
Okay,
capitalizing
Spider
on this form
Pumpkin.
and this run that they're having.
Yeah, and somebody needs to let D-Hawk cook. I think that's just simply put, right?
Oh, I think he needs to start cooking. I don't think that anyone's like really letting him. I feel like he's maybe, I don't know.
I have no cog upgrades.
Here,
Crazy.
Not enough spices. Thank you, Bled. There, right? I think there's a significant fall off when it comes to Diha, as you can see on this graphic, when it comes to the group stages compared to the playoffs. And he's one of the guys that they say on their team, you know, most mechanically skilled. He has some really important positions on a map like Nuke, playing Yard, for example, and I think that's the one that stands out. You look at Nerds, Sapphires, they're there in the playoffs. They have that sort of attitude, you know, and you can counter them. Madden as well, Snappy is the in-game leader, so it's really on Diha to elevate his game, or really just not let his game fall off when it comes to these big stage games, and I think that's what will get ENCE that last step to lift some more trophies.
Certainly thus far, and I gotta say, for the side of Nerds, for example, who's supposed to be the star player, he's kind of fallen off a little bit here. We had a chat with him before the tournament as well. He's like, the spray, I'm a bit of a sprayer, I'm not really feeling the spray. He's low actually against right now even though snapping, which is worrisome, and that's when you expect players like Diva to kind of step up to the plate.
Do you hear this though? I love it.
Yeah, but instead of that, you have Madden stepping up. I think he's liking it because he likes to peek and push, right, and go for fights. So CS2 is helping him out. It kind of balances itself out for the end spot.
But for FaZe, again, they had a lower bracket run to get up to this point. So for FaZe Clan, what am I looking at here?
I mean, you're looking at the fact that Broken Range just seemed to have taken to CS2 like fish to ducks to water, fish to water.
Fish to water, yeah.
Fish to water works, yeah. Look at the results. Look at the results right now. It's been rough. If you're a team like FaZe, these results are not something you're going to be happy with. They mentioned as well that they've been having a lack of motivation, so to speak, in CSGO, considering CSGO's on the rise.
They're going through a phase. They're having a phase.
A phase is going through a phase.
You know, it happens, right? And all you need to do that, break away is, a good win. A couple of good wins, and you're out of that rut. And for me, even when I was in phase, I really felt my main goal as a coach is to get into the playoffs, right? Like when you have experienced, very good players, when they get on the stage, they become a different beast. The other teams tend to fall off, players tend to fall off. These guys step up, that's their natural habitat, so to speak. So I think here we'll see a better phase than we have in the previous couple of months.
Yeah, you look at some of the components here at FaZe. You think they haven't, which in a lot of ways they do. I'm looking at your Rain and your Broken. Rain had to come out here multiple times to do multiple things.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Rain, again, a player who, sure, he can play passive, but I feel like he prefers to go for fights and be aggressive, so this will suit him. He's been in good form. And Brokey, I mean, the guy has ants in his pants. He cannot stand still. So if you're going to tell him, hey, if you're peeking into people and going for fights, that's going to be better off. He's out there. He's out that door. He's going for a fight every single time.
I really like the Brokey as well. He's like, I know I'm the primary offer, but it's like, I can ride you as well.
Yeah.
The majority of the kills we're getting in IM City, also has with the AKs, they have of course as well. They get of course all at the same time. Rain still really comfortably setting those initiatives. So it's like, it seems to be meant for me. I just wanted to shoot, I popped it.
It should be that, especially against 3 in the pistol round, right, Gekko? Isn't that the thing that they're looking by on FaZe?
Yeah, of course, you get 3 in the pistol round. That's a guarantee for a sick game.
It's a FaZe game.
I mean, you just got to look at this in multiple factors, right? You have a new game. You have a team that's got all the veterans in the world. You've got one guy on the team itself that's played more land finals, I think, combined with the 5 on the other side. So, wild scene.
Wild scenes. And the thing for Carrigan is, like, we've seen him pull off some... Here's the thing, right? When it comes to arena games, it's a whole different ballgame altogether. Carrigan is pretty specific. Anyone else in his story as well. And he said one thing, the sounds a little wonky when they play the group stages. Like, when it comes to arena, it's gonna be a little crazy.
So I'd expect both. We've seen from a lot of teams who just try to do what worked for them in CSGO and then start in CS2 that way. But I think everyone understands by now you have to play it differently. And I think Carrigan Snappy as well understands with the crowd and the stage and the way the game works. Like, we're gonna see an extremely fast-paced game, I feel like.
Yeah, and I feel like we have to get the storytellers out in front of the camera. They love being on camera so much that I even brought this of Chad. Yet again, I need to just show this off one more time. I might take this home with me. Chad Machine, where you at?
Sponge.
Oh, are we on? Oh!
Hi!
Is this thing on?
I don't know. Hello? It's on.
Oh, it's on.
It's on.
Okay,
All right. Well,
fantastic.
that's good news. I suppose we're they can't hear us. Probably the booze.
Yeah, okay.
That's a problem.
That's a shame.
Yeah, that's all right, but it's pretty hot. I love these animals.
Dude, they are giving you such a warm welcome.
Oh,
hello! Let me hear it one more time, Sydney. Sponge is sexy. Sponge. Thank you.
Damn. Okay. Well, look. It's very good to be home. It's great to see all your beautiful faces, and I'm loving the animals that we have in the crowd today. So keep it up. The world is watching, and look, it is going to be a banger of a game. We got Ents versus FaZe coming up. This is the type of match where everybody should be erupting.
Dude, I mean, we know what happens when FaZe and Ents clash. It can be one of the longest, it can be the most intense Counter-Strike, and I think Sydney deserves some of that high-octane, intense Counter-Strike that this matchup offers. One last time, Sydney, I lost my voice at karaoke yesterday, so I'm going to need you to fill it up with this loud, raucous energy I've been seeing from you. One more time, Sydney, let me hear you! I can't wait.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and obviously, Chad, welcome back to us.
Yeah, I mean, love to see the crowd be just fantastic. Chad. He seems happy, and he should be.
Absolutely, I think it's great for him. You know, he had to sort of emigrate out because that's kind of how the job is, to get the opportunity to come back.
I'm gonna go for precise marks. I need to finish this quest, dude. Come on.
Ancient, give me an ancient. There we go. We got an ancient decider.
Yeah, the ancient decider, absolutely. You know, for FaZe, it was a question where they
Strawberry's taking mad long, dude. Come on.
they had a couple of good wins, a couple of strong showings, and yeah, I was wondering what Ants was going to do. They still stick with their Rubis, right? Probably learning along the way what adjustments they need to make in Ancient. Really is a handshake, third map, decider.
I'm gonna ×3.
Short, sweet, to the point.
Pumpkin.
Who's winning here, Flip?
I think FaZe got this. They have the 10.
Okay.
I think Ants makes that next step, Trace. I think this is where they get the spot step.
And this is where we go to a break. Australia, if you could just be patient for just a couple more minutes, we're going to jump right into this best of 3
Dude.
quarterfinal. One was instant FaZe. We will be right back after this.
Why is Strawberry taking 20 years? Holy crap. Oh my god. I don't know why Strawberry took me so long, dude, but it's fine. Alright. Last round.
Been a rough couple of months and a rough year for our team, so super proud and to play in the arena and just enjoy the moment.
Our prep time was very short coming into the event. So
Okay, we got a nightmare quest to do.
Now that we're here, we obviously want to
Nightmare ass quest.
If you get like 5-6-0, you really have to have a strong mentality to kind of grind your
Come
way
on,
back.
yeah!
It's more important than ever.
FaZe are coming in more
Perfect.
mainly because they didn't go as far as us in Pro League, and they also didn't play Showdown. We believe we can still beat them.
It's the first time the players gonna play with the new sound on the stage. If I remember correctly, the times I've been in Sydney, the crowd is really loud here with a lot of noises. So I'm just looking forward to kind of like
Damn
use
it.
that in the game and see how we all adapt to the situation.
We have been having some good matches against FaZe, but now it's a new game, and I think they're really eager to show us that they're the better team, I believe. It's going to be a tough match, and I just look forward to it in the arena.
It is about learning and
Where is my precision, dog?
firepower develop on the stage.
Okay.
Welcome back! What an incredible opening series we've had here. Complexity taking it through to their first opponent tomorrow is G2. I think that's a pretty bloody awesome run from the Americans, but the day is not done, and we've got a big one ahead of us right now. It is going to be an incredible battle between these two teams. I remember back at Dallas, it was a pretty incredible run there, but it's Ensign Face, right? These two teams mean so much to the world of Counter-Strike right now, and they've been absolutely sweating it, grinding it, making sure that they're going to bring it all here through today. So we're going to find out very, very soon who is going to be taking it up against Mouse tomorrow. And my oh my, I bet you guys are ready for it, so I want to hear it one more. Where's Timothy and Sydney? Give it to me loud! Oh, it's bloody beautiful to be back, I tell you that much. Okay, well, again, I don't want to hold you guys for any longer. So the first team, let's hear it. Let's bring the noise for the world number 2 at the moment. It's Ends!
Taking to the stage, coming into the arena with Storm, Yanko.
Yes, Tracy. Call them the team that plays the best team Counter-Strike, the most.
Dude, I have no attack, no nullify moment, dog.
Means you need to get your hands dirty. It's gonna get ugly. Does them have what it takes to go all the way here in Sydney?
That's quite often the method that you need to the madness to win this game, which is Counter-Strike. So they've got a lot to prove here on this stage. Again, you know, the last IEM in Dallas, they managed to walk away with that trophy. But they have a titan in front of us right now. I think about 2 people who won IEM Sydney 2018. Let's bring them back. Let's introduce them. It is FaZe Clan!
They've been down, and now they're all around, Vlad.
They're making the arena, Trace. Here they are in their natural element. This is where they thrive, and that's why I have them taking the entire thing, Trace.
Yeah, that's only appropriate. FaZe Clan come here, they want to secure this first trophy in CS2. It's right here for the taking, but guess what? So to win. So how's it gonna unfold? How does it all come together? How does it work?
These guys, so many have been inside this arena, some yet to be able to join, but they are legends at the very best across this game. And now again, we start this story about Counter-Strike 2, right? We haven't seen their history, we haven't had the memories come in yet. But today is where those memories are going to be made between these two teams. So Sydney again, I want to hear it. Let me hear it for Ends! Alright, and I know exactly what I'm going to hear this side. What about FaZe Clan?
There we go, cool.
Well again guys, without further ado, this series is about to pop the hell off. Sydney!
Oh, look at that, red pollen, dude. Haha, crazy. Okay, I think I'm done here. Damn. Red pollen.
Exactly that. Friday, October the 20th. Go ahead and save the date. It's Ints versus FaZe, set up for a quarterfinal. We find ourselves on Nuke first, Anubis next, and then we look at
Yeah, I think it's done here. I think I'm done here now. Let's see.
There's a clear favorite.
Yeah.
I was missing white pollen. Alright, good night.
I think maybe it's not as surprising considering the names of FaZe and the fact that they are the underdog in this matchup. Like, let's not forget that with all the